What's up, everyone? It's Clarence Graham here with the Graham Group Real Estate Team, brokered by eXp Realty.
And I am Ebony Graham, also with the Graham Group Real Estate Team.
Hope y'all are having a great day. We wanted to start out with an awesome topic talking about how do you make $100,000 a year as a real estate professional. Why do we choose this topic?
Because everyone that we talk to, they say they want to make $100,000 a year in real estate.
I wonder why is that number so magical?
I don't know.
So cool, but let's do it. So we want to talk about how do you do this, and I know a lot of people always talk about mindset, but Ebony, what do you think it takes mindset-wise to make $100,000 a year in real estate?
Well, even though this is a business where we are entrepreneurs and we're business owners and we can control our schedule, you really have to have the mindset, if you want to make $100,000 a year, that this is a full-time, everyday job. We clock in every day. And so I think that's the first thing about the mindset, that you have to get into the rhythm of, I'm working every single day. There are no days off.
That's right. So number one, you want to treat it as a business or treat it as a job. So you would have set times that you come in to work, to prospect, and we're going to talk about that. But number one, you must treat this as a business or treat it like a job so that you have a schedule and that you know the activities that you have to commit to every day. Now, I think the other part of becoming a $100,000 agent is you have to make sure you're committed to growth. Right. I think it's important to understand who do you have to become in order to produce these type of numbers. What does that sound like to you when you hear someone say, who do you have to become?
Oh my goodness. Well, you have to become someone who's disciplined. You have to become someone, if you're not already this person, someone who's consistent. And you really have to have a fire and a drive to push you in this industry. It's not easy.
That's right.
Everybody thinks that it's easy, but if it was easy, what?
Everybody would do it.
Everybody would be doing it. And so
everybody would be on HGTV show One House.
Right. And so you have to have that discipline, that consistency, and that fire inside of you to get up every day and do the hard stuff.
Definitely. And so that's what it's about, the consistency and the efforts that you put forth on a daily basis. I agree with you. I think that's where it starts. So we don't want to dig too far in it. Again, mindset. You have to have the right mindset and tough skin to go about this. Number two, we're going to talk about knowing your numbers. Right. That was a thing we had to dial into. And so you have to know the amount of people you need to talk to on a consistent basis. What does your schedule look like on a consistent basis? What else do you think agents need to focus on when they need to know their numbers, Evan? And we're going to give you some tips. Some different metrics and places to look at. But what are some things you think they should focus on the numbers?
Well, I think you said it. They have to know their schedule. That's important. That's something.
So how much time will you put in on a weekly basis to making your calls? We would track that, right?
Right. That's something that we still are tweaking ourselves because life changes for everybody, and so that and then also knowing your numbers in terms of how many calls do you need to make a day or a week. How many appointments do you need to set? What's your mark? What's your goal? How do you know that you're on track to hit the $100,000 for the year? So knowing those numbers, and we help our agents figure those numbers out so that they always have that in front of them, because I know I need to make 2 appointments or get 2 appointments every week in order to hit my goal number. If I don't get it, then what I got to do next week? I got to double up, or I got to triple up, or whatever the case may be. So
another thing, so let's give some quick tips. So number one, know the amount of appointments you need to have on a monthly basis. And if you need help with that, definitely send us a message and we'll help you. Number two, make sure that you're tracking the amount of pending transactions you have. You should track your A clients, A customers, people that are looking to transact within the next 30 days. That's something you should really stay focused. And of course, track your closings. Track what closings have you had, because we're going to need your average sales price to help you project that number to make $100,000 a year. You also want to make sure that you're tracking education. Again, we talked about who are you becoming. So track how many classes are you taking? How many books are you reading? How many podcasts are you looking into? It's about feeding your mental space, feeding your internal person so that you show up in your work and what you're doing.
But I've already taken the test. I already know real estate. Why do I have to keep educating myself?
Because the test teaches you to take the test and pass the test. It doesn't teach you real life real estate and what happens as boots on the ground day by day. Okay.
And the industry changes all the time. And so if you're not staying abreast to what's new, the latest and greatest, how the consumer has changed, how the market has changed, then you'll become a dinosaur in this industry. And you don't want that.
Correct. And the other two things I want to track the amount of leads you have coming in, whether you're using internet leads, whether you're using database people from referrals. You want to make sure you're tracking that. And the other thing is track the expenses. What are you spending every month compared to what are you making, so that you can truly have a net income of $100,000. So let's go into the numbers a little bit. So real quick here, how do you determine it? So let's say you have a commission check or a closing for $100,000. So we're going to just use $100,000 since that's our magic number. Let's say you got 3% of that check. Okay, so 3% of $100,000 would be a $3,000 commission. Now, depending on where your office is and who you work with, here at EXP, we only have a 20% that we have to give to our company. So at 20%, that will leave us a net check for about $2,400 before taxes and expenses and all the other things. So just being for quick math, $2,400. So we would take, how much do I need to make a month to get $100,000? So I take that same $100,000, I would divide that by 11. Now, Ebony, why am I dividing that by 11?
Because realistically, nobody works 12 months out of the year. If you take in the days that you take off, maybe vacation that you take with your family, it averages out to about 11 months a year that you're actually working.
So we say use 11 months because you're going to take time off.
Right.
So we use that in fair math. That would be about $8,400 a month in closed volume in order to get, by the end of the year, over $100,000. So let's just say we took the $8,400. And I think that's right. And we're going to say we closed in 11 months. So it's $92,400 roughly, okay?
Right.
So let's just use the same number again. Remember, we sold a piece of property for $100,000. At 3%, we got a $3,000 check that goes to our company. EXP took out 20%, or whatever company you're with, deduct the amount that they take out of your check before you get it. And then you're left with, we're going to say here, $2,400. So how many transactions now do I need to make that kind of money? So we're going to say on this example, if you took about 4 transactions, I believe, and let's say here, sorry, hit the wrong button. So let's say out of 2,400 transactions times 4, that'll put us at about $9,600. So a little bit over because you got to pay taxes and all those things. So just wanted to quickly go over that to explain to you an easy, quick way to get to $100,000 as a top producing agent. If you like more information or personally hands-on help, please reach out to us by clicking the link below or responding to our video. Also follow us on the Graham Group on Instagram and Facebook. Any other closing arguments, or listen to me sound like an attorney, any other closing any information you'd like to share, Ebony, that we didn't cover on how to help agents gain $100,000 in income?
No, I think we covered it all. I mean, consistency, your discipline, scheduling, and knowing your numbers.
You do that for the next 12 months, I think you'll hit your goal.
Most definitely. And also find accountability, because I forgot to add that at the end. Whatever your goals are, put them up on your wall. Show someone that you're in relationship with, or even hiring a coach, and look for someone to hold you accountable to those things, because we definitely know with accountability, you will hit your target and goal. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Have a great day.
Bye.